get a union in the world of professional wrestling. But look forward. Well, I'll tell you what. Anyway, I can't. Hey, enjoy yourself. Have a great holiday. Exchange gifts. Whatever your religious persuasion, it's the time of the year. Hey, keep up the great work. From Jesse the Body Ventura to you. The Workers Club. I love the name.
It's Workers Club 107, and we're back into Tietam Brown by Mick Foley. We took a break, and that's over now. We're probably going to finish it in the next couple weeks, I would hope.
Sure.
We need
you
to.
stop recapping things. Sorry.
I'm not recapping anything. I am not.
I'm fed up with this fucking Mick and...
Just give a chapter summary in 3 minutes, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Oh my lord! Come on, that's not what we're about. We gotta figure out what's going on with Mick.
We don't. We know.
No, we don't know. You know that you've gone through this book. It's gonna get dark. It's gonna get weird. I don't have anything. There's nothing, other than all I saw come across my feed is that Kevin Nash has talked about a variety of things in the last few weeks. And that's all, really. I don't have any. Nobody's making any waves that we've covered.
Oh, just Nash recaps, you're saying?
Yeah, just Nash pops up, where he's talking about, like, Hulk Hogan's aura, and then, Rhea Ripley has the same aura. And,
guys don't sell anymore. That was
yeah.
I do agree with him now.
The reacting versus selling.
Correct.
Hey, listen, go watch any of his matches against Bret Hart. There's a lot of selling going on.
Goddamn right there is.
Does he count what?
You gotta chop the tree down.
Yeah, does he count just like kind of wandering around and...
He sells.
I mean, isn't acting reacting? So if they're reacting, aren't they acting?
Is Kevin Nash neurotypical, or do you think he's neurodivergent?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know what either is.
Okay. Could you tell somebody's eyes? How'd you do on those tests? Did you get both right?
I didn't take it. Oh, when it was airing?
Yeah.
I knew what they were. Yeah,
okay.
I was like...
Okay, I did too. I was a little worried. I've been told things before. We're talking about an autism test, Gus. Just so... that somebody was taking on a TV show, but I was also trying to answer the questions because I wanted to know if I was autistic. I got them correct.
Yeah.
So I felt better.
We've all been there.
Look. See, you'll be so happy. Look, I have 6 things underlined in that chapter. That's it.
Good.
We're going to breeze through some of these, and then I'll tell you exactly when it starts getting hairy. When he says that it's the day before... He doesn't say that it's the day before Thanksgiving. I looked that up. That's when I start getting really in the weeds. Okay, let's get back into Gus. Last we left off was he was riding high from hanging out with... Terry, correct? And he had premature ejaculated.
Yeah.
And Tietam wanted to know, his dad wanted to know, did you feel her breast? Yeah, Dad, I guess I did. That's a good boy. So that's where we're at. And now it's November 14th, 1985, evening. And he starts off right away with a clunky sentence. Later that night, as I often did, I thought of the day. Okay. He goes to find his...
me off. If he did not write a New York Times bestseller, this book would not have made it onto shelves.
It we've talked about it. It reads very just he's trying it's his first time he's trying. He can only knows how to write in his own voice, and it's not very polished.
Give me an
It's
advance in 6 weeks, where I can live off the advance. Come on.
Yeah.
I'll write Ulysses compared to this.
You're not going to write later that night, as I often
thought
did.
about the day.
I thought of the day. I thought of the day. He looked.
God, that sentence is just
It's clunky. You think, at the end of the day,
yeah.
you know what he's
later
talking
that night, I thought about later that night. I thought about the day.
Yeah. As you often do,
Asshole. Fuck you, Mick. Sorry, I'm pissy from sitting in traffic, so
No, that's fine.
I'm gonna be a little
Take
harsh.
it out. Look, sometimes that happens on here where somebody's in a mood and they take it out on the book.
As we should.
Yeah, Sean emailed Larry about it. Not nice.
theworkersclubshow at gmail.com.
So he goes to talk to his dad. He needs a man-to-man. And Tietam is in his bed under the sheets. And he's got the Bible in his hand. He's reading the Bible. And he asks his dad, why are you reading the Bible? Or he says, good book. Tietam says, I'm usually looking for loopholes. But tonight I'm looking for the truth. See, Larry's shaking his head. See, he's reading the Bible. Larry, we talked about this when he found didn't he find a Bible with like a bunch of like notes in it or something in the closet?
Oh.
Is that where we first pick up that Tietam reads the Bible?
Yes.
It
was the Bible and the Art of War, wasn't it?
It was all this basic shit. Basic bitch shit that's like, oh, deep, complex. Did we, Gus, were you there for, did we talk about when we all read the Bible, decided to sit down and read the Bible?
No, I don't think I was there for that part.
Did you ever read the Bible, Gus?
Oh yeah, I've had moments of my life where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna crack this open and really figure this thing out. I never make it past like the first I get to the creation. I think Noah is as far as I might have made it one time.
Yeah. Boring.
It is boring.
Yeah. We get it.
Something begot.
Everyone's old as shit. So he asked his dad about the picture with the black guy in it, the muscular black guy. It's because it's on his nightstand, I think. And he says that guy is Eddie Edwards. And he says, were you friends? Yeah, I guess that we were. And we didn't leave on good terms. So then they talk about...
Did he ever work Davy Richards?
Yeah, Eddie Edwards is such a name for Mick to pick out in 2003. He says that he asked if...
what? I had stopped... This is off topic, but on topic for there.
Yeah.
I'd stopped watching the Indies. People made it seem like Eddie Edwards and Davy Richards were like the next Danielson. And then they just kind of never went anywhere.
I remember they were very highly rated in EWR. They were guys I would always pick up and
yeah.
Mm.
What happened?
I mean, yeah, I heard about. Which one had the pick leaked? God bless that guy.
Ooh.
Hey now.
Okay.
I think it was it?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've seen that.
Was it Davey or was it Eddie? I can't remember.
I don't know. One of them's got a hog. Maybe they're one of those two. We don't know.
Okay. Well, this is why I ask questions. What happened to Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards? I don't know, but one of them's got a huge dick. That's good enough. Move on.
Yeah.
I bet it's Davey Richards. It'd be Davey Dickards.
Which one is the really built one that doesn't look like he just rolled out of bed? I think Eddie Edwards is the one that kind of looks like.
Couldn't pick
I
him
hate
out of
that.
a lineup.
I don't do
Yeah.
it. They kind of. When I type in Eddie Edwards, this is not. This
Ski
is a
jumper?
jazz trombonist.
Oh,
yeah,
I
the
got
British ski jumper. Who cares?
yeah.
There's another one that's a jazz trombonist.
Eddie looks
Okay.
Huge
pretty.
dick. The jazz trombonist, huge dick.
Eddie's got
Davey-
size. Why didn't he do something?
Oh, it's Davy Richards.
Huh.
Davy
Okay.
Richards has the. Is
Okay, good for him.
yeah.
Not Vader-esque.
That's because he's little.
No.
Just proportion.
No. I mean, you wanted me to find it and send it to you, Larry?
No,
so we
it's
can
okay.
get your.
I'm just saying he's a
Even
little guy.
height adjusted. It
Oh,
it
come
is-
on, Larry. You should look at
I
it.
know. I'm just kidding. Oh, he was
Google it
married.
while
To,
we're talking.
he was married to Angelina Love. What are we doing, Davey?
Love is love.
Woof. I'm sorry, but
Oh, jeez. It's like,
I mean,
so
of the beautiful people, two of them were nice looking, and then
Oh boy. Jeez.
she was very thin.
Uh,
That's all I'm saying. She was
Okay. So she's thin.
okay. All right.
We didn't even. So he asked her about do you like Terry? He likes Terry. Then they ask about Tietam starts asking Andy about how did you feel when you get like beat up, because he keeps getting beat up, in these like little passages when the coach punched him, and he says, I guess kind of cool. And this is kind of Mick working through about like how he feels about like when you got like a black guy or you're beat up, there's a sense of like, yeah, I'm cool. It's something.
That is why, because in 1999 I tried to make my father read his first book, and he stopped after the foreword because he said, I don't like that he brags about being injured. And he wouldn't read
Ooh.
anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he go in though looking for the first out he could possibly take?
I'm sure
or-
he did, yes. Yeah.
He asked Andy to look at me. I got beat up by the coach too. Look at all this stuff. And he's looking at his dad's injuries and he goes, Andy, he gave me all these things, but when I went over there and I took something from him. You understand? And Andy's like, oh, what? I don't understand. He says he took the coach's will to live. I took it that night. So, we cut to November 27th. We jump about a little over 10 days later, 1985, afternoon. Basically, Hannaran starts spiraling out from after that football game where he is sobbing and the entire fans and the team are assaulting him. So he was looking at Tietam in the crowd, and Tietam's like swaying and smiling serenely.
Well, he
And
started
then-
crying on the sidelines.
Yeah, he starts crying. He's
He
making
wouldn't
weird
call a play.
moves.
And then the
Yep.
team beat him up.
The team, some fan, the parents, they're all assaulting him, kicking him, pummeling him. He lost the game. He was put on suicide watch at Cornell Medical Center. And now all of his racial slurs, his assaults, his statutory rape charges, I feel like that's a new... Had he talked about that was his rep as well?
Nope.
Now everybody cares because he's not winning football games. He lost, and guess what? Now you got to get out. A detective named Riley paid them a visit. The Browns 3 days after the game, and they said, Mr. Hannaran, the coach, says that Tietam Brown assaulted him and intimidated him. Is that true? And his father says, well, look at me. Look how beat up I am. Do you think I did that? There's not a scratch on the guy. And he goes, oh, that makes sense. And then he goes, he beat up my son. What do you expect me to do? And he goes, oh, okay, that makes sense. So the cop leaves. Terry had gone with her parents to a town called Horseheads, which he adds which made me think of the first Godfather. Okay.
All right.
Why are you waiting?
He's just, it's like when he was thinking about Burgess Meredith. He just kind of starts spiraling, and he thinks things. He writes it down. This is Andy writing the book, and he's thought, he's just remembering that's what he thought. Anywho,
that movie that came out when I was 4 years old in a group home.
Yes, he's seen it. He's
okay.
So do you think he found the town Horseheads and then he thought Godfather? What are we thinking here right now, Mick?
I don't know.
His dad wants sweet revenge on the Suglings decoration thing. He is going to do some big time decorations for Christmas. And let's see. Oh, he heads over to Terry's house. And I think he believes this is supposed to be the night that they're going to hook up finally, correct?
Yeah.
We didn't read this?
No.
Wow. Okay, so they're standing outside. It's snowing. And she asks, do they have snow in Virginia, Andy? And he says, sure, once in a while, but never this early and never this pretty. She looked up at the sky and caught a flake on her tongue. Andy, this night would be pretty if it was raining down turds. Okay. Turds. And then Andy says, maybe, but you wouldn't catch them on your tongue. And then they kiss. She said, let's go inside. You can kiss me more there. I did, and we did. Went inside and then kissed. I kind of want to read all this.
Go ahead.
On the mouth, and the cheek, and the neck, and the head. Kissed her until my mouth started to hurt, and then kissed her some more. And then they go to her room. And Andy is, jacked up. He is excited. He starts thinking about Rod's. Oh, she turned on Rod Stewart. He's not thinking. She turned on Rod Stewart's music, and he hears Rod Stewart singing. You want to do the Rod Stewart, Larry, or?
I mean, this is an all-time terrible song he's talking about, but.
Don't say a word, my virgin child. I don't know how the song goes because he just writes out the lyrics, so I don't know what song. He doesn't say what song it is, right? He
Tonight's the night, but not the Neil
I don't know
Young,
how that goes.
But
yeah, I know how that one goes. I don't know how this one goes. Just let your inhibitions run wild. Tonight's the night. It's gonna be all right. 'Cause I'm in love with you, woman. Ain't nobody going to stop us now.
you're gonna sing that next week. That's gonna be the open. Is what you just did. I'm putting it to music.
That's good. Was it like the song?
Yes.
Is that how it goes? Okay. Damn, nailed it. She says, "Why don't you undress me, big boy, and take those stupid quarters out of your pocket?"
She's not wrong about that.
He takes out the quarters, and we finally get an exact amount: $3.
Jingling all over the place everywhere we go.
He's got 3 rolls, or just one really long roll. So
he's got $3. So he's got 12 quarters.
Yeah. Don't the rolls go in 4? No. They go in how many? In a roll of quarters, how many do they put? 3?
Oh, it's like $10.
$10
in a
roll?
$10. Yeah,
it's
so
40.
What the heck? He's just got them loose?
Yeah.
I figured they were in a roll so we could hold on to them.
No, it's like, yeah. No, you got loose quarters, man. Yeah.
I like in my mind that $3 was like pennies.
I mean, why
roll I've ever seen in my life.
Why would Mr. Delanore want to take out a whole roll of quarters? He wants to take those fuckers out one by one.
I guess so. I didn't put that together. I just figured he was putting in little Nick. I don't know what I was thinking. I was kind of, I was doing a thing where you kind of try to forget things as a safety response.
Interesting.
Yeah,
The trigger warning on this episode.
we should have him on all of these.
Yeah.
I thought about that, and I was like, well, then who really is listening to this? And then if they, I apologize if they got triggered. I mean, I've thought we should really be putting trigger warnings on this, and then it's just like, but then it's, I don't know.
It's
Colin?
wrestling. I mean, you
Yeah,
should
if
know
you're a
that
wrestling fan and you're like, I can't wait to hear about this book. I mean, then if it does
there
trigger
are
somebody, I
no wholesome
apologize.
wrestling stories. Like,
That's true. You think you've heard some, and then when like that's, I can't listen to this.
besides, if you don't get out of your fucking bubble, then
Yeah,
what are
well,
we? We're all just a bunch of bubble bitches.
There you go. Yeah, you confront it. Through Mick Foley's and Tietam Brown.
Yeah. Old
All the
CT Charlie.
all the quarters are also minted in 1977. That's also, that detail's in there.
Was that the year Delanor touched them?
I
I'm
can't
serious.
do
I
the
think-
math on that.
Okay.
19. You think they're the same quarters from that year? They were minted that year.
Yeah. So was he 9 when that
Yeah.
happened?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
So she comes out. She takes off her sweater. She's just wearing a bra and underwear. This was black lingerie picked out especially for me. Silk.
Come on.
This woman was going to give me her body and a memory for life.
How old is this
He
kid?
is 17, right? 17.
No 17-year-old is picking out silk lingerie.
Yeah.
But this is also Mick is he's going to his weird horny.
He is.
Yes, it's the
How
can.
old
There's
was Mick when his mom walked in on him playing the electronic football game naked?
Oh, that's right. I can't.
Look at
I
you.
forgot about that.
This is a pervy man. That's what I'm trying to get back to here. Like,
He got so involved with the game, he forgot that he was. I don't know,
he was
was
gonna-
jerking or something.
he was full ass naked too. He got full ass naked to jerk off. Like,
Oh, that's right.
how many times have you done that in your life? Like, that's come on.
I wouldn't want to do it alone.
Right, exactly. That's,
Interesting.
God, what a perv. Just Long Island naughty boy.
Hey,
Mick
we don't judge. If you're a perv, God bless you. And God, hey, look, see, I think it's pretty cool. He put it all in a book for us.
Yeah, it's super. Writing it from the perspective of a 17-year-old boy.
Yeah. He's
Thank
just
you,
working
Mick.
stuff out. So there's a candle lit. It's very romantic. It's flickering. Rod is singing, "Gonna be all right."
At least you got Rod Stewart. I lost mine to the movie Ghost Ship.
Oof.
Ghost Ship. Wow. I've never seen it. Was it good? Were you
I don't
paying
know. I didn't
attention?
see it either. Started playing.
No music for me. Nothing. Just silence. So, he kicked off his sneaker. Okay, she slid off my pants, exposing a pup tent that I'd pitched on the way over to her house. So he's been rock hard this whole time. Everything we've read, the catching the snowflakes.
The
Okay.
scat flakes.
He's been the
Come
poop,
on.
the poop.
That's
He's absolutely rock hard. And by the way, this isn't the last time that he shows up somewhere completely rock hard. Noted, like visually rock hard. So let's see where are we at here. All right, he's looking at the cross. Rod is singing, "Spread your wings and let me come inside."
That's a metaphor.
Oh, she says, "Andy, rewind the song and play it again, and we'll, do it." He asks if he can take down the Jesus crosses above her bed. She says, but Terry now is crying, and his pub tent was gone. Andy, I'm scared. And he, reassures her. I've never done this before, and I want to, but it's just a little scary. Personally, I thought this was great news. Not the part about her being scared, but about her having not done it. I thought she hadn't, but she never confirmed it, nor had I asked. And even though I would have been spit on and laughed at by any self-respecting horny teenager, I didn't try to talk her out of the way she felt.
Okay.
Mick's a friend. He's an advocate.
Well,
Got a
also,
lot of work. Yeah.
I thought it was odd that he said, I thought this was great news about her not having not done it, because earlier when he first is kind of hanging out with her, he's like, even if she had done it, I wouldn't care. Now, he's like, phew.
I didn't pick up on that. That's what he was implying. That's
Yeah. I thought, not the part about her being scared, about her having not done it. I thought she hadn't, but she never confirmed it, nor had I asked. Maybe he means because he hasn't as well. I don't know.
I was gonna hedge my bet and give him the benefit of the doubt on that too.
Yeah. Let's see. So he says when he goes, I'll tell you a secret. I've never done it either. She says, wow, that's a real shock. So I'm not one of thousands. No, you're one in a million.
Oh boy.
What about your foster dad? And then she goes, oh, I'm sorry. And he forgives her. And she goes, well, I feel dumb. I bought condoms, I bought lingerie, and now I've ruined this whole night. Let's see. He says, come here. She wants him to come here and lay his head on her bosom. Well, did you know this is... she goes, can I lay my head here? Pointing to her breast. Oh, he asks her, can I lay my head here? She said, sure you can. And I did, and I loved it. And I told her why. Right now, this feels like the safest place in the world. And I wrote, Mommy, Mommy, Mommy. Remember when Mick Foley used to scream, Mommy?
Yeah. Ah, Mommy!
This is Foley's baby boy.
There was a thing with when him and Kane were a team where they called Paul Bear Mommy.
Nice. He had a bosom.
He did. Percy Pringle had some great breasts.
So then he tells her all about his life. All the stuff that's happened. And we cut to The Rage, 1981. And he starts out that 3 for 3 is a tremendous day at the plate for a Major League Baseball player, but he's 3 for 3, but it's not for it's for, what is it? I had loved 3 women in my life prior to Terry, my mother, Auntie M, and Mrs. Delanore, and they were all dead.
Delanore was in 77.
There you go. Mick is putting in little nods.
Every time Andy gets a quarter that's 77, he just sits there and trips out and keeps it.
Yep. That's it. I like that. See, Mick, you should, man, Mick, you should write a book with Larry.
Show me that scene. Yeah.
If it was a movie, he's looking at that coin, and then it goes, and the coin, you stay on the coin, and then you pull back, and he's a kid holding it, or Mr. Delanore's holding it, going, okay, Andy, I'm going to put this in your pocket. So they're all dead because of me. And he's carrying a considerable amount of guilt. And so and he's here at the Petersburg Home for Boys from August of 77 to October of 81. He basically says because of the Delanore incident, no one will adopt him. And so he kind of just stays to himself, mired in a sea of guilt, he says. This is when I started noting that Mick really likes sentences with commas in it. Almost, I think, to that nervous degree where he's like, I got to make sure this reads, or somebody, that one guy we were going back and forth with on Blue Sky who was like, use commas, like, you got to utilize the commas. I think it's almost overdone sometimes when people are just starting out. They think commas is the key, like, to good grammar. So, like, here's this example when I really started. An orphanage, you see, is not the type of place you want to stay in long. Staying in defeats the purpose, which is, after all, to get out. Get out to foster care. And maybe, if the fates are smiling on you, even find an adoptive family. But hope for adoption, even under normal circumstances, wanes with each passing year. It's just... which is, after all, you see, comma. So by the time I turned 13 in, 1981, and so he's hanging out with Richie Majors and Mel Stolsky. Majors is maybe 6'3".
Just...
What? You didn't like this chapter?
No, this is so stupid.
Majors is 6'3", lean with a pockmarked face and a prominent Adam's apple. He's hurting people in the... he's tough. They're the bullies of the homes, and he's then got Mel Stolsky. So there's Richie Majors. His friend is Mel Stolsky. Stolsky has long, greasy hair underneath, over the hang over his eyes, and he's kind of like... Is he Richie's like sidekick essentially? Yeah, he backed him maybe. I would call them white trash, but I wouldn't want to offend actual white trash. There you go.
White trash.
Yeah.
Every time Scott Steiner would call Dimedale's page white trash. Loved it.
It's not wrong.
No, he's not.
Now, see, okay, I wanted to get a third opinion on the comma thing. So my brain went, David Foster Wallace has a page-long sentence in one of his books that is grammatically correct, but it's, it's a very long sentence.
Yeah.
There's like 5 commas in the whole thing. So there's no reason for Mick to be using this many, is what I'm saying.
I think he's doing it because he's thinking it has how you would say it if you're reading it out loud, and you would pause and do all these pauses and stuff like that. And so every time a pause, comma. It's like, you don't need all these, bro. You don't also need all these little asides, little...
That's part of the problem.
Yeah. So he trips down some stairs. I don't know. They zero in on him after, I think, the joke a little bit, where he did the joke with the nun, and they invite him to the bathroom. And you think, maybe they want to teach him how to smoke or something. They also had given him a wedgie at some point in 78. And they tripped him down the flight of stairs in 77. They invited me into the bathroom, and they locked the door. I still suspected nothing when Stolsky pulled down his pants. Here we go. After all, there were urinals all around us, even if most urinal users weren't in Mel's apparent state of arousal.
Oh, boy.
I should have. So this is when I started also thinking, is Andy dumb? I couldn't remember a lot of what we read, and is he portrayed as a dumb guy?
You wouldn't know because Mick sucks. And why do the guys use lines from Deliverance? Again, this is so stupid.
Well, I wrote, why is the writing like this with Mick? So instead of just putting out the scene and writing it and making it something, I guess I'm saying, this is how Mick is tackling this sexual assault scene. I should have caught on when Majors, he's saying, I should have realized when he was aroused and we're around, he's not going to teach me how to smoke. And I should have caught on when Majors spoke. Yeah, his "Hey Brown, how about sucking Mel's dick?" should have been a giveaway, but it wasn't. I mean, after all, we were tight, right? So he's not picking it up, but he does say no. But unfortunately, that wasn't the end of it. And it's only when they start pushing his head towards Stolsky's crotch that I suddenly realized I was in a world of trouble. So they're quoting Deliverance, and he says, because I love that Junior's about to walk in. He has never seen Deliverance, he says, and so he thought they were just being original and haunting. So, and that to me, when Mick is going, yeah, during all this they're quoting Deliverance, which I'd never seen. So to me, you know Deliverance, it was scary. And I was like, why couldn't you just write? You've already done so much, but just write some horrifying shit. Why are you going, hey, what's that? What scene I like, it's like this kind of, where that, just imagine that. So they want him to put them balls in your mouth now. And now this is when Andy suddenly he felt a whole lot of rage. So what exactly did I do in this rage? Well, to begin with, I put Mel's balls in my mouth. And Gus, he bit down on those balls. And he shook his head like old Shakes the dog from the Delanore house.
Okay. You got a comma for me?
No, he doesn't know. He has no comma in the I clamped. Well, let's.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he does.
And because it's not even a good sentence. It starts with the word "and." And the moment I felt those nuts in my mouth, comma, I clamped down with my teeth. Yeah. All right, Nick.
He should have more, because this sentence is long for him. It should be, I clamped down with my teeth, comma, and I started throwing my head from side to side, comma, like I'd seen my old pal Shakes, comma, the dog, to do so.
I wonder how many revisions this book went through. God, the poor editor.
At what point do you just go, you know what? It's good enough. All
exactly.
Right. We got a deadline. So he grabs his quarters. And that's where he says, the same quarters I'd carried with me every day since the Delanore thing. Okay. He wheels around and he smashes Majors in the nose. But he misses. And instead he hits him in that Adam's apple he had brought up, that, very prominent Adam's apple. I had no idea that he was dead.
God.
So he looked kind of pathetic. Actually, he's looking at Stolsky. He's writhing in pain. He kind of looked kind of pathetic, actually. Unfortunately for him, I wasn't feeling real pathetic myself at the time. Not sympathetic, not empathetic, not even apathetic. What do you think about that little thing there? You like that? Etic. All those words. Etic.
Look at those chops.
Come on.
He thinks about Rocky in the first Stallone. Or Stallone in the first Rocky saying, "You should have planned ahead."
Which came out that year.
Yeah. Which Rocky's telling a guy that, is like, he's getting beaten up. You should have planned ahead, stupid. Because he doesn't have the money. Anyways, he's got his foot on Stolsky's crotch. And people are trying to get inside the bathroom now. Then he's got his hand, I think, on the guy's balls that he was biting, I think. Squeeze those balls like they were quarters, he says. Let's see. He's praying. He's saying the Lord's Prayer, right? They say, "Let that boy go. Let that boy go." The nun is in there. And he does. he stands up and explodes out of his. He's like leaning down and all that, and he takes the kid's balls with him. He rips this kid's balls off, and he would have died if they had not stopped the blood flow there. He goes, it was a historic day for me, not just because I'd put a man's testicles in my mouth. No, it was also the day that I'd stopped being an orphan. Instead, became a criminal in the eyes of the state of Virginia.
Are the balls going to be a MacGuffin?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. So they let him out of. His dad picked him up. Doesn't matter that he ripped a child's balls off and bit him and what have you. They just were like, okay, well, that was probably just kid shit, right?
I'm saying it's hard to prosecute minors.
I mean, they don't. Yes. I mean, they wouldn't go, well, maybe you should stay a little bit longer than when your dad comes. I guess they would just let him out. Then when he turned 18, he just would have wandered out.
Get him out of the fucking system. Are you kidding?
Yes. I guess. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. Hey, look, he knows more about it because he did the research than I do. Maybe I'm thinking they would have at least sent him to a different home and not kept him there.
You saw what happened in The Wire when Randy got sent to the group home in season 5.
You think I was watching Wire season 5?
Okay.
I was probably like, well, how does it end for what's his name, McNulty? They're gonna come back around that.
The deleted scene was him working at IKEA.
Do I remember that?
He has told that story.
Dominic
West.
What's the scene? What season is the scene where he sees that his boss, the cop boss guy, is in the gay club?
Nobody sees that. That's only the camera that sees that.
See, that makes in my mind it made it into.
No, that's when Brother Muzone is looking for Omar at the gay club.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
And it's never really brought up. Just a
no,
little
and that actor has even said, I thought it was going to go somewhere, and they said, nope, that's it.
That's stupid.
That's good writing.
I don't know why.
Create your own lore.
Yeah, they want me to create this guy's entire homosexual life.
It's scribbled.
Is that example of bad booking on a TV show?
There's a Paul Easter egg though, because they're in a bathroom stall in one scene at the police station. It says Rawls sucks cock.
And you're supposed to then screen cap that and put that on Twitter and see, look, long-term booking.
Yeah. David Simon's cooking.
No, David, I will not think about this guy's life. Rawls is who's he going home with? Was he at Pride? Was he, is he politically active?
But see, he did kind of like McNulty, though. No, can't you kind of pick up on that, though?
Oh, you think sexually? I never picked up
sexually. Yeah, and in fact, there's another scene where he's talking real bravado. And he's saying some sexual shit that he likes, in a man way. Like, what are you going to bring me a hot little piece of ass? And it's very forced. And I don't know if that's the actor doing it or if it's just me knowing that he's in a gay bar later.
That's David going, look, we're just going to shorthand this so that the viewer at home is like, okay. It's November 27th, 1985. It's the evening. Rocky IV came out that day. And Thanksgiving is tomorrow. I looked it up. Mick didn't. So everybody's acting as if Thanksgiving is not the next day.
Fucking Magnum versus Tully is tomorrow. Think about that.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Now we know what's on Tietam's mind.
Yeah.
Should be. God damn.
He's heading back home with Terry to his house on Elm Street there. And my thoughts first turned to disaster. Maybe someone had died. No, that couldn't be it. Sure, motorists slowed down and rubbernecked at casualties, but as far as I knew, they didn't turn into dead-end streets specifically to check them out. It was like,
no.
But wait a second. And it's that thing again that Mick keeps doing over and over where it's like, actually, well, wait a minute. Hold on. He's basically outside the, Terry says, there are camels on your lawn. Indeed, there were.
If you let me edit this book, I could turn it into The Old Man and the Sea in its brevity.
You'd be so disgusted. Indeed, there were 3 of them to be exact. We know. But of course, there had to be
Mick
3.
loves Christmas, and he wants you to know that he loves Christmas.
3 of them, but of course, there had to be 3 for each one of the wise men that were also on the front lawn. And then he lists them. And then, they were there, he says. But I guess they had to be. He keeps doing this whole thing. I guess there had to be. Why? I guess there had to be camels. I guess. Actually, he does it. Actually, the newborn king was a doll. Mary and Joseph were very much real. And there are sheep as well. All of it illuminated by the spotlights that Tietam had put up. It was him and Holly. It was the mystery woman. Holly was the woman from the football game. There was an average-looking woman that saddled up next to Tietam. So now she's hanging out with Tietam. When Terry pulled into the drive, after a good 10-minute crawl, it's taking 10 minutes to get to the house. That's how many cars are outside the day before Thanksgiving to check out this nativity scene that has been put up in the lawn. The odd scene turned surreal. Actually, it had been surreal to start with, so I guess it turned surrealer. That's probably not even a word, but it's the only way I can describe it. I wrote bad. This is bad. Larry.
Yeah.
You look
I'm okay.
surrealer.
I hate this entire nativity thing. Please make this brief.
Well, cars kept coming until 10 o'clock.
Dad's got a big thing because he hates the neighbor.
Cookies. Yes. They're making people cookies. They're on a shift. There's actually more people involved. They're on shifts.
What does the dad do for a living?
No, it's never been made clear. He comes rushing out of the house. He declares the night a success.
That's not important information.
He feels like Kramer to me.
A little bit. A little bit. He does have that vibe. Maybe we picture Michael Richards. A bald Michael Richards.
He's definitely got the
role.
racism part locked down.
Yeah. Okay. I'm working.
I was watching some Fridays. It's on Amazon Prime.
yeah, it was good.
No, it's you want it to be good because it's Larry David and Michael Richards, and you keep thinking something's going to be in there, and no, it's not.
Yeah. See, nobody. Saturday night. It's where it's at. You can't duplicate it. But then the thing about Michael Richards, they'd have to use CGI to shrink him because Tietam's supposed to be kind of small.
Well, we don't know that yet.
I thought it was made. Okay, maybe not.
Was it? I thought it's more about his wrestling.
Oh, jeez. Right? You're that far ahead.
No, I'm not. I only say that because Mick says that in the interview.
Oh, that's right.
About how he modeled him after shorter wrestlers who were kind of too small to make it. Like,
so the dad rushes out and says, he's decided to celebrate the evening being a success by treating everyone, Holly, Terry, and Andy, to J.R. McClain's. And now keep in mind, they just said they stopped at 10 o'clock at night, and they're going to go to a steakhouse now. Okay. They go to the steakhouse. Tietam tells them, whatever you want. Well, then he goes, "What? My dad's a notorious cheapskate." You see,
not paying extra for the soda.
Yeah. Where a bowl of soup cost this is now a place, right? Where a bowl of soup cost an Abe, a burger a Hamilton. You know, as in $5 and 10.
Then just say that.
Yeah, that's
What if you don't know? Mick's just educated you. You go, why is he calling money names? Abe Hamilton, who are those people? At that rate, he might go through a couple of Benjamins
stop.
on one meal.
That's called the payoff in the joke.
Boom. I studied my menu in shock, lifting my gaze only when a somewhat less than macho waiter rattled off a list of specials. That's a little weird aside. Is this like the David Simon thing? Did we walk right into this? Is this the waiter lore? Not so
Wait.
macho. What does that mean? Gay?
That's what I would take it as.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what that. I skipped over that. Okay.
I wrote, what's up with Mick always kind of being a little bit of a gay panic? It's in his book that we read, you know.
It is.
It's in this.
It's a problem.
Does
Now see,
I can't think of any people Mick's friends with that are gay. I guess known associates.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Pat Patterson.
That's the only one you can think of for any wrestler, though. So that, and I don't.
Well, I
think
mean-
they're especially close. I mean, Foley was.
Look how many.
Well, probably not, because Mick probably was always just like, "Ugh."
He's not
Don't-
friends with the pride of professional wrestling, Anthony Bowens, the 5-tool player. Worst fucking gimmick I've seen anyone like.
I know he's a good wrestler. He should
Max
not
is
be doing
better.
Oh, Max is amazing. I'm loving Max right now.
Yeah, Max Caster's doing
You're the
well.
best wrestler alive.
Well, but is he a 5-tool player? He's going to end up getting more over than the 5-tool player.
Isn't like a 5-tool player like a guy like that's just like an average war player, but he does the like
Yes.
gritty stuff
Yes.
well?
No. It's like a.
Isn't that
It's
like
a.
a Chuck Knobloch thing?
No. It's a unicorn. It's a guy who's a 10
Oh.
at all 5 things.
But I
Because
think
even in
this is-
Moneyball, they explain the 5-tool thing.
yeah, I think this is
Okay,
right in that
okay.
sometimes you're watching baseball and a guy that isn't very good, to try and cover that up, they'll be like, he's
Correct.
got everything. But he
No.
maybe he hasn't put it together, or maybe
No, because usually a
you
guy
know.
has a detract, like a Ken Griffey Jr. in his prime as a 5-tool.
Or am I
guy.
thinking of a utility
Yeah,
player?
you're thinking utility.
utility.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm just
Sorry.
thinking of like a Darren Erstad or David Eckstein.
Scott
No, not
Sednick.
5-tool.
With
Come
the-
on.
They were no, not that, but it's like they have that intangible.
Otani's a
that's-
5-tool guy.
Okay. Anthony Bowens ain't a Otani. Get out of here.
Look, any kind of sports reference like that never really works for me. At least it doesn't work. I don't care.
Well, let's
I don't
touch
care that
on
you
the
play baseball.
popularity of baseball.
I've never cared that anybody was a college athlete, and now they're wrestling. That never JR's obsession with it. Don't care.
You know what? I actually appreciated JR's football shit. I was a mark for it.
You like that? You like to know that the guy back
I
there.
did.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I like it because I'm a sports mark too, but I don't think it added anything before I was when I was just a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fucking.
It helped for me to know that Steve Williams played under Coach Barry Switz.
It legitimizes it for you. You're like, this is
Yeah.
real athlete. These are real athletes doing. They wouldn't be doing fake stuff. That's for sure. D'Lo got the worst one of that. He went to college as an accountant. I was like, okay. I always thought, well, that's why I say that. Whenever he came out, I'm going, yeah, he looks like an accountant. Sure.
He's well educated. This is
He's pretty well spoken, this kid.
I know, Jay, it's kind of like mirroring. Can you even believe?
Yeah. You might have been frightened when you came in, but he's just, he's actually all right.
get well, JR. We're rooting for you.
Yeah, we are. Yes, I agree. When we do his books, I mean, I've read one of them and I laughed out loud
When
during
his dad makes him kill kittens.
it was something awful that JR was saying you could just hear it, like his monotone just voice just laying it out, and you're just like, that's horrible. And he's just like, anyways, another Tuesday. No, just I think it was also I started kind of crying, laughing because like it's whatever book where he's just constantly subjected to Vince's like
Yes.
crassness and just like it was just like one humiliation after another, and I was just like, what happened to JR? Like what this poor man? And he's just so matter of fact about it. Like if it bothered him, he no sells everything, you know.
Well, because you turn into Howard Finkel, though, if you sell it, you're going to be...
JR's crying.
Man, everybody's crying.
What
What a bizarre culture.
Yeah, Fink was an idiot for being emotional about being messed with all the time, dummy. And then JR was still pretty much the same result, kind of disrespected and what have you.
That's the guy you got in charge of like your talent relations. Like you're constantly just making him out to be a like.
No, Vince's obsession
What a
with
weird
humiliating
culture.
Jim Ross.
And then he would just randomly like bury people on the Ross report.
He did.
That's how you find out your boss like hates you.
I think Albert needs to take off a little bit of size before he'll be in the hunt. Always backhanded weight loss things.
Right. Coming
He's-
from Jim Ross.
He's got the opposite one, doesn't he? In the Beyond the Mat, where he tells the guy to fill it out. You got to fill out that singlet
Oh yeah.
up in the chest.
You know what that means.
Get on, yeah.
You gotta get out of the gas.
JR's the guy that's going to say, "Now I'm not going to say to go to the gym or whatever and get whatever you guys get. I don't know. I don't care to know, but."
You gotta fill out that singlet.
JR's like a perfect one to bring up in front of a jury and be like, "Do you even know what steroids are?" And he gives such a
Well-
meandering response to that.
Thing to remember when you're being sweet on Jim is he is a fucking calculating, ruthless politician as well, and a big mark.
Is he like the Tom Wams the Succession character? Well, he gets him humiliated and abused the entire series, but he's always kind of like making moves despite all that. He eats all the humiliation and embarrassment and just keeps moving forward.
Yeah,
Is that JR?
yeah.
I think that's fair.
In this dinner, they're just talking about the nativity scene and all the, where did he get the people, and they realize essentially that they're going to need Harry to be the Virgin Mary, and Andy's going to be Joseph for a little bit. Terry was a virgin, even though part of me wished she weren't.
What? What?
Well, he hopes he wants to, I think he means that he hoped it wasn't the case because he would have. I thought I kind of had to work again and be like, I think maybe he thinks that, or he's like, I wish we would have done it instead of me.
Okay.
Us not doing it. But anywho, Holly, this Holly gal, she keeps becoming more beautiful with each passing minute. I wondered how she seemed average at all. So this is still the steak dinner on the night before Thanksgiving, and it's 11:10 p.m. at this steakhouse. A guy comes over to their table and wants them to leave. Andy or Tietam, I keep calling they're both Andy or just him, Tietam Brown. Tietam, the dad, is like, I'm just trying to enjoy dinner with my family. And this guy says, well, I'll tell you what, you bald, skinny piece of crap. My wife and I are trying to enjoy our anniversary. I was like, you got married on the last Wednesday of November, which probably always follows the last Thursday? You got married? And you're out celebrating your anniversary at 11 o'clock at a steakhouse? It's Thanksgiving tomorrow. Let these workers go. We can't do that because there's a smell over here that makes me sick. So, essentially, the guy goes to swing on Tietam, and he connects. He's beating the hell out of the dad, and the mom, Clem Baskin. Oh, it was Clem Baskin's father.
Yeah,
and he knows that Tietam was sleeping with his wife. And his wife is involved. She's like, is she the one that smashes a glass of water on Andy's head?
I don't remember that.
It has to be because the dad's pummeling. Dad is pummeling his dad, and so I think the wife is like, Terry's trying to aid her. Maybe I was still reeling from the blow to my head, or maybe I couldn't see through the blood that now flowed from my wound. Or maybe the move was so sudden that only trained eyes could see. I don't know. You tell me, Mick.
Well, and then the next sentence. Eyes that could pause in slow motion
the scene.
End of sentence.
Yes. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because he's saying trained eyes would be eyes that could pause in slow motion the scene. They could see this. It's not good. Those kind of eyes, Larry, could see what happened next. Basically, Tietam snaps to life, and he fucking wraps Clem Baskin's father up like a snake. And my father was hooked around Baskin in a sickening way, and of course, and his dad has a crimson mask.
Well, I mean, let's think about this. A solid oak chair.
Yeah.
Being smashed on someone's head.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's good. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about he's being pummeled. He's getting the shit beat out. But that's why it's solid oak. You imagine how heavy that would be, a solid oak chair?
That's what I'm saying. It would kill him.
Yeah. And it doesn't. It wounds him. And so... And it splinters. It doesn't splinter like he cracks it. That's how the force. This, I guess, wife or maybe the dad. I can't remember. But the dad has a crimson mask now, right? And he says, "In the dim light of JR, I saw Brock Baskins. Brock. It's Clem Baskin's dad's name is Brock. And he's making low guttural wheezes, animal noises." But he looks at his dad's face, and he's just got these eyes, white, calm eyes, and then all the red, the blood, and they've eye contact, holding eye contact, and Brock is basically he's killing Brock, and then Andy's thinking, oh my gosh, Brock Baskin is losing the will to live. And so then his father looks at Andy. Tietam looks at Andy and gives a wink. He's incredibly calm, and he gives a wink. And then, yes, Brock Baskin shits his pants. And he goes, Mr. Baskin, it turned out was right. There was a bad smell in our general vicinity, but it wasn't my father. No, the smell came from Baskin's tan slacks, which were now kind of dark, at least in the middle.
He pooped himself.
This is what I wrote. What are you talking about, Larry? Did anybody in the if he did.
Did anybody what?
I think he liked it. Vince. Gus asked if Vince read this book, correct?
Oh no.
Probably not, but if he maybe now he's got the time. Maybe now he does. I wrote, this is when I was wondering what you guys, at what point does somebody in the publishing house step in and go, do you know you keep doing this, right? You keep going the no actuallys and the actually,
I know.
So he's got his white shirt, and it's got blood on it. He brings that up again. The red and the white, the contrast. Terry's helping him up. Then the police arrive. That makes him think of Auntie M with her beautiful smile on her poor severed head. They go, hey, they tell Tietam, you should go to the hospital. Did you see that oak chair that splintered across your skull?
Mick loved American Beauty.
Probably. Yeah, you're right. That really tracks.
Thing, yeah.
That really tracks. He's rushing home to tell his wife, it's like suburbia's messed up. Got dark secrets. They go, I don't want to go. He doesn't want to go. He wants to finish his dinner. And Tietam goes, yeah, I'm sure. I can't let one guy ... poop on my party. He shit himself.
Yeah.
So we also get that Clem Baskin's mother vowed revenge. While as they were getting escorted out.
So we still don't know what Dad did to Hanrahan.
It sounds like that's what, okay, so I think what he's trying to accomplish here is that his dad got really beat up, and then all of a sudden he snaps, and he fucking locks in a hold, and he chokes him out, right? This bigger guy. I think he's alluding that same thing happened, where he got the shit kicked out of him, and that's his, little move. He gets the shit kicked out of him, and then he chokes people out, takes their will to live because he dominates them so effortlessly. And then, but then it looks, he gets away scot-free. Yeah.
I think his dad's Al Snow. And Al's doing the tough fights. I could see Al doing that.
With the choking somebody out at a steakhouse?
Winking at his kid while he's choking a guy out.
Yeah. We read his book. There's something to Al. So
what to do?
He brings up the fifth time in this chapter, I was bleeding too, but not nearly so bad. Like that exact, where I was bleeding, but not as much as my dad. We know. He's looking at a young man out on the street, cut off red flannel. And he's just kind of staring. The kid he's staring at is staring at a young woman grabbing the ass of some drunk. And essentially he's just like, oh, that guy, he does lore. And he's like, that guy must be used to be dating her, and now she's with another guy. And his heart is breaking.
Come on, man, these references again.
Yeah. He compares his relationship with Terry. He feels good about it. It's like Rocky and Adrian, like Zuko and Sandy, like Joni and Chachi. And then he finally gets Terry to her house or something, right? And she goes, I hope you don't think I'm a CT. And he says, he's thinking, college transfer? Colorado Tech? Cookie Toll House? So again, I'm like, is he dumb? He added another letter, another word? Maybe I can T your C next time I see you. It's cock tease. Larry, you look confused. It's cock tease.
Thanks.
Maybe Mick had CT when he wrote this. Does that work? Is that
Yeah.
anything?
He does
Get better,
get
Mick.
migraines from using computers for too long. I've heard that.
That's not okay. Not
So he-
nice.
He had to do
Remember
this.
when he faked a phone call from Triple H and teased the Rumble?
Oh boy!
Yes.
Okay.
So he had to write
That's
this in short bursts to get past that.
You know, you know what I was thinking about today. Right. Remember when the Undertaker went to that UFC show and acted like he was going to fight Brock?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's sad. That's
do it?
rough.
You want to do it?
Oh, that makes my heart hurt. Oh, oh.
I know because but I like you need the context. Just the interview before.
Mhm.
The interviewer is like, "Is it good? Is it safe to say that if this was around when you were a young man, you'd have been doing this instead of wrestling?" And Mark's like, "Yeah, that's pretty safe to say." I'm like, brother,
That's right.
those
yes.
long legs of yours would have been fucking mangled in 3 fights.
Imagine him coming across the ring.
Ought to put on the Google plotter.
His build, his frame. That he's always had like this kind of pot belly.
He's got these bitch ass chicken legs.
Yes. And is he striking? Is he rest? What is he doing? What's he gonna do when somebody grabs? Is he just trying to keep him at length there? Does he just crumble? He falls to the.
Especially if he was like in the early UFC when there was like there'd be like a karate guy that would paralyze him.
I don't know. Maybe he could be like an Anderson Silva, the Spider. Am I getting that right? Off the top of my head.
I think I like Prime Tank Abbott over Prime Fake MMA fighter Mark Calloway.
Yeah, I'll take that money every day.
Do you think Tank could, if it was real, bro? Undertaker and Tank Abbott. It was the Spider. I got it. I had to check.
I bet the fake Paul brother boxer would beat the shit out of the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Why didn't now grant this, there's probably a good reason for it, but why didn't Mark get involved with Brawl for All?
Wouldn't have fit his character.
He's going to Vince going, please let me prove I was going to do this in real life. And Vince is like, no, you can't. The character's too strong. I bet he wanted to. He was doing that in the locker room too. I would have probably won if I was in it, but Vince won't let me. Guess I'll just have to be the locker room leader.
Start taping up them fists.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
God damn it. It's just like
Scared Sean straight.
That's embarrassing. I can't believe Sean lets that story exist. How much does he roll his eyes when he recounts that story to other people? Everybody probably knows that works with Sean.
Well, he was so fucking drugged up. I think like anything would have been enough to.
He was so
like
drugged up.
It could have been like Gerald Briscoe, like kind of, moving in on him to, shoot a double.
No. What do you think the Undertaker's gonna do? Yes, box him. He gets to the back and just fucking treats him like a little blow up clown.
I'm gonna make those 12 guys in Hartford feel like a day.
His actual strikes were always so slow and exact, like the big kind of uppercut thrust.
Coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
Brett doesn't do what he needs to, Sean doesn't do what he needs to do, and it gets to the back, and Undertaker snatches him up and go blotter. He's squealing. Oh!
You mean the Hell's Gate?
Yeah, correct.
You want to use my move?
Oh, God.
You've been in the business for
This guy
Folgers.
is a loser. What a loser. You can't have all that, be public, and be like, I'm cool.
You got to be that whipped, too. I mean, that Hall of Fame thing was so bad. What do you got to say about that?
I'm just thinking about his braid and just like, and just the way he
Remember
talks, the
showed up
TED
for the
talk of it
Cavaliers
all.
game?
Yes, that too. Showing up at the Cavs game in full gear and not being met.
Only time I ever
told
been proud of my
LeBron's a
team.
fan. Just the TED Talk thing of it all. Doing his little one-man show.
All right, wrap up this chapter so we can take a break.
All right, that's it. That was the chapter where. The chapter. Oh yeah, the C, that is the T or C next time, and then he goes home and he hears new sounds. It's Tietam Brown the Fourth cuddling, actually cuddling, and there you go. That's that. Let's take a break. I thought another Undertaker thing on the break. Remember when they did that documentary on him and they showed him getting kind of stood up for Vince, waiting to have the meeting, and then Vince is like, "Oh yeah," like he comes from working out, kind of like, "Oh yeah, me yeah."
I don't remember that.
The whole relationship is very. The fact that he's like, "You're like my dad."
I mean,
Why?
Yeah, sad.
Is he older or younger than Brett?
he's younger. Much
Okay.
younger. Maybe 10?
So now we're in December 12th through December 23rd of 1985. Tietam and Holly are spending all their nights together. Holly is now, and he calls her the mystery woman again, is pretty much a fixture at the Brown house for those next couple of weeks. He wrote, "One morning, I awoke to hear them singing, parentheses, and I'm not kidding here, parentheses, they long to be close to you. You know, the Carpenters song?"
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't know where that parentheses where it goes, "I'm not kidding." I was like,
I know. I know. It's
Stop
the same
talking to
thing.
me. Why? You know? And I was like, sure. I don't know. I was somebody reading this, and he was like, you know, "Close to You" by the Carpenters. I was like, sure. I believe it. One time he hears they're talking, and tell me about old Tietam. Ooh, I need him. Holly, you're a poet, and my thing shows it. It's a Longfellow. Then Tietam said, "Let's bake some cookies."
Yep.
And Mick writes, "Just to make clear you get the character of Tietam Brown, my father had managed to be cute, charming, crude, and innocent, all in one sentence."
At least Mick's definition of those three things.
Yeah. Tietam is sometimes being the Santa Claus. At the nativity scene, there's a Santa as well at the nativity scene. They're blasting Christmas music on speakers. You know, they got they got the camels, they got the Joseph Mary, they got the baby, they got the wise men, they got sheep. And he's the best damn Santa Andy's ever seen, albeit the thinnest. Albeit, I do say albeit.
Yeah, I go either way.
And so he says that when he was Joseph, in the words of Stan Kellner, the creator of basketball cybernetics, who I once heard lecture at a basketball clinic in Richmond, was like, where? When?
I don't know.
See the picture, think the picture, be the picture. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And he even, I think, kind of notices, why am I bringing this? Because he goes, well, wouldn't be a lot of one-handed point guards, but, I still took that knowledge with me. And,
That's a real thing.
yeah, I assumed it's just something Mick saw, but he put it onto Andy.
That's what I think, too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What does I say? To be balanced. Oh, does Mick want us to be? What the hell? Alarmed. Oh, yeah. Yes. I cannot figure out in his writing of Holly if we're supposed to be, from Andy's point of view, we're supposed to. He's smitten with her, and this is where I was like, oh man, is he a dumb kid? Because all these red flags in a normal person, you're reading this, you're like, why would this be happening at this speed? This would be horrifying if your dad meets a woman at a football game, and then she maybe, was it the same week she goes to a steak. She helps him with a nativity scene, and then they go to have a steak dinner. She sees him pummeled, and then he almost kills a guy. Now they're living together, and he is because she says, Andy, we want to spend the holiday together. That's the way families are supposed to do it. She's like, yeah, I've been around 3 weeks. And because he has to work, by the way, for being able to do Joseph, his work, Frank and Mary's, need him to work midnight till 8 a.m. on the 23rd.
Oh, right.
Yes. And then 12 to 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Day, 12 to 8. Noon to 8 p.m. on Christmas Day.
Isn't he a dishwasher?
Yes. And Frank and Mary's is going to be open.
A pizza place on Christmas Day?
It's just a diner.
In Cortland, New York? Oh, a diner?
Yeah, diner
okay.
Cortland. Yeah, Cortland Diner, and it's going to be open Christmas Day, 12 to 8. So I don't know, maybe. So she's like, you should skip work. We need to spend it like a family. His dad is talking about money, about he'll pay him more than Frank and Mary's. Andy thinks about a line from the Deer Hunter. Then Holly sees a sign or an ad, a piece of paper that Andy wants to put in the newspaper. I keep mixing up, so I'm sorry. Tietam wants to put an ad in the newspaper to get more people for his nativity scene. And she's laughing. It says it's offensive. He wrote for the ad in the newspaper, attention, Jews wanted. He's walking a few circles on the shag carpet where Andy reminds us is the one that had his penis once brush up against him on a regular basis. Remember, Tietam and the naked squats?
Oh, yes.
And push-ups and all that, and sit-ups, and it's Tietam does this bit. Well, throughout history, the Jewish people have never felt wanted, right? Now I make up an ad that tells them, hey, you're wanted, and you tell me it's wrong? I don't get it. Okay, so she goes, look, I'll make an ad for you, and if we don't get anybody, you can run your ad. And he's like, that's good. And then she goes, Tietam? He goes, yeah, baby. I'm a Jew, and I know that you want me. Again, Andy's very smitten with this woman.
Mick playing electronic football on the bed.
December 24th, 1985, 11 a.m. It's Christmas Eve. But at 11 a.m., it wasn't quite Eve yet, which made it, I guess, Christmas Eve day? Yeah. That's right, Mick. Sometime in the night, he had dreamed of Terry's bare breasts springing from her bra like a wire snake from a salted peanut can. That's a violent springing of breasts. That's, that's
Yeah.
it's not a wiener going boing. That's the breasts. 2 boings. I awoke with a start. At Christmas, realized that my kettle had boiled over.
Kettle, my dear boy.
He had said that earlier. Remember the nun said that.
Yes, talking about premature ejaculate or night. Night.
Nocturnal emission.
Nocturnal emission.
Night. Where was that going? The night comes.
Yeah. I can't recall ever night jizzing. But I'm always I'm look, be real. When people talk about having wet dreams, kind of fascinated because I'm like, how's that? You fired off.
Well, you have to have stopped for so long to have them happen. You know what I mean? That's what causes them, is you not having done that in a while. But it's got to be like over a week, I found in my experience. So, maybe twice. It's very interesting. But, it's like, I'm going to explain something here on the show. No, I kind of wet the bed a little late, like up to like 5, sporadically. Mm-hmm. And it was always the peeing in your dream. And then you wake up and you're peeing.
Yes, you do. Yeah,
it's the same exact sensation. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like I'm missing out, but at the same time, I'm clearly not backed up. So this really, I wrote, okay. So he's had a nocturnal emission. He gets up and he rolls his shorts in a ball and he throws them in the trash. They're ruined now? Like the trash?
I mean, if it's a nocturnal emission,
that's the way I operated in high school.
You just throw it away? You wouldn't
throw
wash?
it away. Who cares?
Or isn't somebody going to go, why do you not have any more underwear?
But that's the kind of hijinks you get into in high school. You got to come up with answers for that.
Think things through.
I guess I always just was like thinking, well, of course someone would interrogate me about this. So he goes, I rolled my shorts in a ball, which I tossed in the trash. And then he hopped into the shower to wash the sleep and other stuff from my skin. Actually, I stepped into the shower. No hopping took place.
All right.
I wrote, fucking stop it. Started admonishing the book. He comes down from that shower, and Holly's in the kitchen, and he is talking to her that, tonight is the big date with Terry, and she makes him a cup of tea, raspberry zinger, and she's talking about Tietam, and she shares that Tietam is, talking to her, revealing things about himself, but it's a slow process. Andy asked her about, she's a Jewish person that celebrates Christmas. Why? She talks about how people can change. And your dad is changing. I've changed. And I think there's a lot of different layers to him. And again, this is where I'm like, is Andy dumb? Mick writes some. I don't know if this is unintentional. He never wonders about, because he goes, I think that if you get through all those layers of your dad, you would find a lot of pain there in the middle. And he goes, pain? Why pain? And then he goes, actually, I thought there might be something to this, but to tell the truth, I was kind of enjoying Holly's sympathy. And it's like, what are we doing?
Well, right. I mean, he's completely unattached to any feelings about his life.
Yeah, there's no wonder in him at all. There's just like, he's like, huh?
I
Open
killed 10
mouth,
people.
huh?
What? My dad has pain. Why?
Yeah. Yeah. I lay my head on your breast.
They sprung out like a novelty store snake from a peanut can. That's pretty good. I mean, like, I kind of like that one.
A plague electric football mom. Just fucking naked. Just,
Mick invented the tush push.
She goes, she's gonna nurture him. She's gonna open him up on his own term, like a flower.
Okay, I was trying to get back to where I was. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
It should have to do with his feelings about his father. Why wasn't the dad raising him after the mom?
Yeah. He just left.
Okay.
He just left.
And
he
so
hasn't really talked to him.
Andy's got no opinion on it?
No, remember he just shows up and he's like, I guess I'm with my dad now. What a character. That's why we talked about it in the previous episodes. We're just like, he's acting like years have passed. This is their first Christmas together.
Yeah.
Everything's old hat. He's not looking like in shock at like, what is this? So when she says that, she's going to open his dad up like a flower, he goes, at later times, in the future, I'm writing. Now I'm in the later time. I would envision Tietam Brown as a flower, his head swaying in the breeze like a daffodil on a brisk March morning. But on this particular date, I just nodded and said, does he open up to you? Gotcha. Okay. Holly touched my face. A touch I think of often. She then put her hand on my shoulder. I think of that touch too. This is so bad. Let's see. Oh, she mentions that it's her understanding that Tietam's first memories of childhood were of his father bringing strangers home as a way to pay the rent. And then I was like, all right, so his dad is a prostitute?
Cheering.
Mick Foley is Don Draper.
But then he goes, from Tietam, from his little bed, he could hear his father next door cheering. And I was like, wait, cheering? And I think that Tietam was afraid to be a father because he was afraid he'd be like his dad. And I was like, Tietam's dad? Tietam was the third?
Cats in the cradle.
Is a pimp, and he's bringing back the prostitute and the trick and cheering like, yeah, you do
he's
that.
Profiting on. He's having his cake and eating it too.
He's cheering himself on?
I know. I don't know why.
I don't think he's supposed to be. I've read ahead. I don't think he's supposed to be the prostitute. I think he's making people do stuff. But I don't know. But they're paying him.
What?
But he's cheering like, I got you.
What does that mean?
Well, I don't know. We'll read. We'll find out.
All right.
So he's talking to her, and to the point that I see the vaguest of halos surrounding her face.
God.
Holly. Ugh. Yes, Andy. I had a wet dream. Holy crap. Had I really just said that?
Mick's got a humiliation kink, right?
The angel laughed, clearly not offended. Quite to the contrary, she seemed kind of glad. I said, quite the contrary, and actually, don't try to hide it. He probably had actually. The editor was like,
I get bummed out by like content. I just watch old Andrew Dice Clay clips, and I think I'm gonna do that tonight. I just need to purge it from my mind with some Andrew Dice Clay.
I don't blame you.
I'm getting to the point where the bad stuff is making me giddy. I'm getting I feel
The
a little
night-
silly.
The Night the Laughter Died.
There you go.
Are you familiar with those albums
Uh-huh.
by Dice? Those are works of art.
What about Dennis Leary? No Cure for Cancer. You can do that. That's
Too smart for me.
That's
Too smart for me.
where he talks about being what American is. He's gonna guzzle deep oil. You've heard that, right? Isn't Jim? We're talking about Jim Rome. Who used to play, or maybe just the shock jocks that we listened to used to play that song all the time. I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
So now she's now. When you said she quite to the contrary, she seemed kind of glad. Not glad that I'd shot a load in my shorts. Glad that I trusted her with a deep thought. I guess that's a deep thought. The admittance of I had a wet dream.
Nocturnal emission.
In a world filled with nightmares, your dream's not the worst kind to have.
Hold on, sorry. Is there an audio book version of this read by as Mick?
Oh
No, I don't think so. I don't think
you
so.
don't? I bet there is. I'll look it up.
I can't
Oh,
imagine
man, that'd be
Mick
so
doing the
gross.
female voices.
It's on Audible.
There's no way it's read by him.
It's read by Sean Oliver.
Yeah, well, I've heard Larry the Can Man. He's got range.
Hang on, we're previewing. All right, it's loading. Hang on.
I'm buying that.
I think it's
I'm
Mick.
getting it.
It's
I'm getting it and listening to
read
it.
to you by the author.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Hey, I'm gonna play this. Hang on, this deserves to be played because I think he's at a part we're at now. Maybe. Sure. Okay.
79 Fairmont through the back roads of Conestoga, New York. To tell the truth, a high school senior with one functioning hand really had no business operating a motor vehicle in the first place, let alone one without a license. Unfortunately, my father had refused to drive me. "Hey, Andy, a kid only goes on one first date," he'd said.
Oh,
"You
this is
gotta
the
make
beginning.
it count." He said,
I like that they put in
"Drop a feel in the
music.
back seat when you've got your old man behind the wheel."
The worker clubs,
740 they lowered their
man. I'm going to have to
Two.
get this.
sound pretty good. Back in '83, when the Lincoln was still the only it cost $4. But with the advent of the multiplex, the ancient cinematic institution was forced to make changes to
I've got it. Larry, try for $0. We've got to hear how he sounds as Terry. Hey, big boy. Or does he even change inflection?
You want me to do it right now? I don't want to.
Well, I'll keep going. I'll keep going,
Okay.
and we can always play it. She goes. They're talking about Terry, in this tonight, about him, and maybe they're going to do it. And do you love her because she's beautiful? I shook my head, or because she's stacked. Yeah. And she
Mick is definitely a titty guy, right?
Oh yeah.
You love her because she likes. Well, then he put in the one guy that doesn't like. Tietam doesn't like butts. You love her because she likes you and she loves you, etc., etc. Was this lady a mind reader, an angel? Is that why you love Tietam? No, because he's hung like a hippo.
God.
I fell out of my chair, and she laughed till it hurt, and then laughed some more. And I was like, "How do you know that, Andy?" But Andy is so shocked by the hung like a hippo line. He falls out of his chair. His eyes bulge out of his head. I've never seen a hippo peen. Is it Davy Richards-esque? What are we talking about? I don't know.
I'll take Mick's word for it.
Larry, you're the research guy. Look at
I'm not.
Do you know what I do up in Tietam's room all those hours? Well, I thought I kind of did, but now I don't really have a clue. I paint. Paint like his room. And this is where Mick puts in, not the brightest comment in the world, but kind of par for my course. And I went, okay, so he's a dumb guy. All right. It's addressed. I was painting in New York because he goes, what did you used to do for a living? Who are you, you stranger? I was painting in New York, the city, working on children's books, but I kind of got sidetracked. Hey, your cab is here. So he goes out to the cab, and she promises to tuck him into bed at the end of the night and read him a book like he's a child. And he requests The Happiest Christmas. The one about the missing reindeer?
17.
I know it by heart. Yes.
17.
Yep.
And
And she says, remember, Andy, people can change. I'm living proof. And I heard her exclaim as that rusted-out cigarette-smelling pizza crap rolled out of sight. See you later, Andy. It'll be a great night. Have we established that right? We did cover that when he premature with Terry?
yeah,
Okay.
we've
Okay. So that he's just going to work there, right? Yeah, he's just going to work. Now, do you want to knock out December 24th here?
Do it.
It's kind of this is the what is this? The dramatic. This is it. This is when the beginning of Act 3, end of Act 2, right?
Yeah, probably.
It's Christmas Eve, 1985, 6:40 p.m. Right? Or no, it's December 24th. When is Christmas? 25th?
It's Christmas Eve.
yeah,
Christmas
Christmas, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that's right. It was Christmas Eve day. That's right. I forgot about that. A new Mary was there in his house, and the original non-smoking Joseph was there. I looked at the new Mary as I approached the manger. She may not have had Terry's looks, but she seemed pretty and nice, about 20, I guessed, with dark hair and dark eyes, which are probably a lot closer to the original Mary than Terry's auburn-haired, green-eyed rendition.
Terry's not in the play?
She was, and then she's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My Joseph cohort said, "That's Andy." She gave me a firm shake and a pleasant hello. I'm reading all this for a reason, okay? He goes inside. I opened the door and was met with the foreign sound of ... a television set. I don't mean the language was foreign, like French or German. Foreign as in, new to the surroundings.
Okay.
Right, a lot of double stops, triple stop. Terry, or this book with the name Tietam and Holly are watching Alistair Sim, version of A Christmas Carol, which I think is called Scrooge. Look it up, old Andy. Look it up. Tell me, why are you going off memory? Who let you publish this, Andy?
Gosh.
if the TV
Fucking
the TV flickered warmly in the darkness. Even then, at this point, I was having a problem with that. I was like, is the TV ever portrayed as warm? It's always cold light.
That's because you don't know about the tubes, man. The tubes were warm.
yeah, they were warm.
Well, this is an old TV. It's black and white. It's a black and white television set that she's gotten him. That's his early Christmas gift. And they've even put aluminum foil on the rabbit ears. And then Holly shows that she's been given a ring. They're going to get married. Again, this is all about a month total. They want to go come Andy, have a drink with us. I'd better not. And he's thinking back to when his dad took him to the porno film and he drank all those beers. Come on, young man, Holly said. And I think Holly he did the age thing. He thinks that Tietam is 20 years older than her. He gives his age. She's like 26.
She's 29.
She's 29.
Yeah.
Now you have one drink with us. Now do as your mother tells you. Red flags. A lot of red flags. Against my better judgment, I let her pour me a shot. I think of wild turkey. I'm not really sure. But it was brown and it was strong. And he's shaking like a leaf. And Tietam says, "That a boy, now chase it with this." And he gives him a beer and he chugs that down. And then his father goes, "Now take off those clothes and let's do some push-ups." And they're all laughing. Oh, the dad he does that.
What?
Take off your clothes and do some push-ups.
Yeah. What did you not get?
Problem.
They're having a laugh about the dad's behavior previously, where he would do after sleeping with some neighbor or somebody's wife. He'd go do naked push-ups and sit-ups and squats and. So he goes, "Come on." He goes, "I shouldn't." And goes, "Come on, let's toast." And Tietam says, "To the memory of my wife who brought into this world a fine son, to the grace of God who would let me have a second chance, and to my future wife Holly who believes in me." And they all said cheers. I downed my third drink. And then he takes a swig of the beer, right? My head was floating in a wonderful way. I hate to be that guy or anything, but 2 shots and a beer, and he's like, "Whoa."
He's 17.
Whoa. I guess so.
And it's wild turkey.
He thinks. Could be JTS Brown. I don't know. Could be Maker's Mark. They could be Jack.
Listen, you can hang. I think it's been established. We're not all...
I had... my first drunk was 3 vodka and cranberries. And I wasn't like puking or I mean I played a show, so I was coherent enough to play music, but that got the job done. I was pretty obnoxious.
Yeah, because I think mine was a lot of beers in a small amount of time, and I just played it cool. And I went into the bathroom. I decided to throw up in the sink because I was like, it'll wash down. Maybe, I don't know. I washed it. I rinsed it all down, and then
it was probably the gluten more than the fucking beer.
No, I wasn't. Yeah, that's true. Now looking back, oh my god, it all makes sense. So we're okay. So his head is swimming or floating in a wonderful way. Then I saw Terry, or her vision at least, by the glow of the fire in her black lingerie, kissing me softly before peeling off clothing and making sweet love, and then carving a turkey. Hey, I know the turkey doesn't make sense, but it was my vision, and that's what I saw.
I don't know what's going on.
He's drunk, and now he's having a vision. He's in his mind.
I don't really remember
carrying
having
on.
visions when I was drunk. I never really
Yeah.
had
He's fantasizing.
intricate scenarios play out in my head.
Did you have a fantasy where your crush is wearing lingerie and then she starts carving a turkey?
I mean, as a perverted, 35-year-old man writing from the perspective of a 17-year-old, probably.
Bret Hart once delivered a turkey in order to have sex. I don't know if that's the same thing. He, I think it's from Julie's book. That they were split up, but then he brought over a turkey for Thanksgiving, and they banged.
Oh man, Brett, bless you.
People aren't reading books anymore, and the power of books. I'll tell you what is. I never had that image in my head of a young lady wearing lingerie carving a turkey, but Mick, he's put it in there, and I have to think about it.
And you know what? Not a terrible image.
Yeah, works for me, but you know what? He says maybe hey, it's my vision. Lay off, pal. So he finishes his beer, so now the count is 2 shots, 2 beers. I'm counting them. I wrote, that's where I went. You're in the groove, if anything. He should be firing on all cylinders. Yeah, I thought of Bob Seger. He's taking a shower, and then he does a quick change of clothes, a dash of cologne, and he's looking at Ebenezer Scrooge on the TV. I thought of Bob Seger in a song that wasn't a hit, but hit home with me nonetheless. I don't know this.
About them not move.
Okay, I'll sing it like that. Okay. I ain't got no money, but I sure got a whole lot of love. Then I had the sudden feeling that I'd forgotten to do something. Well, I probably didn't sing
Peter's
it.
got some good tunes. Turn the page.
Still the Same is the best song.
Is it shocking I don't know any Bob Seger off the top of my head that I could even... I'm sure if I heard it, I would know it. Old time rock and roll?
Yeah, the song that Tom Cruise dances to.
Oh, that's Bob Seger.
Yeah.
That could be like...
he's talking about that old time rock and roll.
That could be like Chubby Checkers to me, for all I care. That's...
probably was stolen from Chubby Checker.
Yeah. Who's Fats Domino? Why did he pop in my head?
He's a billiards man, right?
No, that's Minnesota Fats.
Oh,
I'm in the state right now.
Domino is an early rock and roll pioneer.
Okay, and he's not Chubby Checkers. They're two separate people that have Chubby and Fats.
I think Fats is more. He's more important.
Okay.
Like Elton John would tell you, Fats Domino is real rock and roll. Like that's what I mean. That's where he ranks.
And Chubby Checkers looked like Jonathan Winter, something like that, right? Am I wrong?
He what?
And he was touring with Buddy Holly and Lou Diamond Phillips, or what? I don't remember. Is that Chubby Checkers? There the night the music died?
Chubby Checker he's
alive. Big Bopper?
Oh, that's the Big Bopper?
The Big Bopper.
God, all these guys. Big Bopper, Chubby Checkers.
It's just one checker.
It's Chubby Checker? Is that Chubby Checkers? I've been wrong about it. No one's corrected me on that.
He's going into the Rock Hall this year.
He's still alive, huh?
Wow. Yeah.
So what was the one that died? Big Bopper died.
The Big Bopper died. Richie Valens. Wait, Richie, what's his...
Yes, I've seen the movie, La Bamba.
Yeah, Richie
That's
Valens,
how I know all
right?
this. That's why it's all right there at the top of my head. This is where I got all this information.
La, la, Bamba.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's thinking about he suddenly feels like he forgot something, but he doesn't know what. Holly hands Andy a gift, Your father and I got you these. This is for all the walking you do. I opened the gift, a personal cassette player. I'd say a Walkman, but in fact it wasn't. Some other brand. I can't recall which.
Oh, come on. See, this book is...
Oh,
You
man.
can't spend the 2 seconds to look up Panasonic.
And if you don't have a punchline, just excise all of that.
Right.
I got a personal cassette player.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or tape player. Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
it. We got a life to live. Come on.
They give him a tape.
We can infer that it's a shitty one based on life circumstances.
Well, you guys are strap in because it comes back around again. Not a page later. They give him a tape, an audio cassette. It's Nat King Cole, The Magic of Christmas. Holly started to cry. I know that this won't take the place of your mother's, but I thought you could listen to it in times when you can't get to hers. And I know I can't replace her, but I thought I could be here in times when you need me. They met this woman at a football game a month ago. And then the dad trauma dumped on her, and she was like, I can fix this, man. And I'll be the new mom. So he's crying. She's crying. Remember that story, Andy? I'm tucking you in. And then Tietam said, I love you, son. And he says goodbye to Joseph. And he says, nice to meet you, to the new Mary, who said, why are you crying? In a gentle, sweet voice. And then a delivery truck driver shows up. You ain't Tietam Brown? Sure am.
Yeah.
Then sign right here. Oh, it's Tietam Brown the 4th, not mine. He goes back across the lawn. Mary checked on me again. And he puts the package between the two doors. Then he walks across the manger again. Walks past it. Mary once more made sure I was all right. Then he puts the headphones on, and he pressed play on the Walkman. Yeah, I know it wasn't a Walkman, but personal cassette player sounds a little goofy.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I pressed play on that. He keeps, hey, no, Larry. Yeah, I pressed play on the Walkman, and nothing. Absolutely nothing. No batteries. So, he wants his gnat. He needs his gnat. But he's walking, and he's looking up in the sky, and he sees stars spinning around. That's how drunk he is.
I would bully the fuck out of this kid in high school.
Oh, of course.
Listening to Nat, come on, man. We're listening to REO Speedwagon. It's 1985.
He loves Christmas. His mom gave him the record.
Get on the run. That was them, right?
Yeah, it was.
I thought you meant Nat King Cole.
No.
Nat King Cole would be like, jingle bells, jingle bells.
What a turd.
He's thinking about Terry. And he's thinking, here's his thoughts right here. He puts them all, a lot of commas in this one because it's a list, and I love lists. Green eyes, tight sweater, holding hands, goodnight handshake, back streets, bare breasts, black lingerie, deep kisses, bare breasts, black lingerie, bare breasts. And he goes, by the time I got to her door, black lingerie and bare breasts were in a dead heat. But then he goes, well, no longer was I just a boyfriend showing up drunk at the Reverend's house. No, actually, on the contrary, now I was a boyfriend showing up drunk and with a visible hard-on.
Okay.
And now he remembers what he forgot. His underwear. So he arranges his boner to be a little less noticeable. I guess he's saying that the underwear would have, like, kept it down, maybe.
He's walking up to the door.
Yep. And he's
Okay.
standing at the door, and he says
Look-
he's drunk, and he's got a
Look-
visible heart on.
He hasn't rung the doorbell yet, though.
Not yet. He rearranges his boner.
So do a couple laps, bro. How long is that going to take? 8 seconds? It's not that long. We've done it before.
Snap one out right there on the stoop.
No, come on. Walk it off.
No, he
He's an
just
idiot.
rearranges it. I guess he just puts it down, and then like I don't know. Then like tightens his belt. I don't know what he does. He rearranges it. He does the thing where he puts it, and then it's like peeking out of his waistband, and he's hoping for the best. It's nestled in his belly button, you know. Everything's cool, dude.
Everything's cool.
Let's see. He ding dong. He rang the doorbell. Terry's at the door. She looks great. She's wearing a green velvet number.
A number.
Yep. That's what he says. And then I saw the Reverend approach with an outstretched hand, and I thought of my father's handshake analogy. I don't remember that. Do you remember that, Larry?
No, but that's a term I feel like Larry Nelson would use. A number.
Yeah.
yeah.
Kind of pervy.
Larry, always impressed with a woman with personality and a body.
And a number.
What were you asking me before that?
Oh, do you remember his Tietam's handshake analogy?
No. I really don't.
Remember it either. I thought of my father's handshake analogy, and momentarily I contemplated pulling my nuts out of my jeans and slapping them into his palm.
All right.
I don't remember that. Do you remember that? Are you looking up on your...
I'll look it up. I'm on the feed.
nuts? Well, don't look up nuts. I guess maybe look up handshake.
Yeah.
Because nuts is going to pull up the eating of the nuts. Thankfully, no nuts were slapped, but I did let out a little dopey laugh as he's shaking his girlfriend's dad's hand. You've been drinking, son? Just a little, sir. And then he goes, Terry's like, he's not a drinker. And he goes, I was celebrating. My dad was getting married. And he goes, oh, okay. Then Mrs. Johnson appears in the house, looking seasonal in a red dress, which showcased cleavage and a pair of breasts that seemed to have all the pliability of a pair of croquet balls.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry I missed that because I found it. Dad says, yeah, well, myself personally, I try not to shake hands too much, for sanitary reasons. People can be a little gross, right? Like, say I was out in the car adjusting my sack and then shook your hand. Well, I'd pretty much be slapping my sack in your hand, wouldn't I?
Oh, and then he thinks about that.
It's when he met Terry's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's right.
Okay.
What is this about croquet balls? What?
That's Mrs. Johnson. Remember Mrs. Johnson, the mom, Terry's mom? She's looking seasonal in a red dress, which showcased cleavage and a pair of breasts that seemed to have all the pliability of a pair of croquet balls. They're fake.
Nice.
She extended her hand, which of course made me think of my nuts. And so he's back to that again. And he tries to swallow his laugh while still trying to lose the images of Terry's bare breasts. So he's still also he's thinking about his dad's nuts, his girlfriend's bare breasts, and he's just like as he's shaking everyone's hand, and they can see that he is a boner.
I see. Okay, sorry. I'm caught up now.
We just stood there a while. Okay, so then he goes, he changes topics. Hey, look, the Christmas Carol or something. So a Christmas movie. He goes, that's what it's all about. I was dying to say something about the hokey pokey, but wisely refrained. Because now, Larry, in the hokey pokey, they say that's what it's all about. And see, so then the dad said, that's what it's all about. And that made him think about the hokey pokey.
Okay.
He's drunk.
I believe you.
He's drunk. He never makes comments like these. He's drunk, and that's why he's saying stupid stuff like this in his mind.
It doesn't seem too out of step with the rest of the dialogue, so I wouldn't have gotten it.
They talk about she's bringing back cookies and appetizers and snacks, and they're talking about all kinds of stuff. And I mentioned a place in New Hampshire where I'd heard it was Christmas all year. A little kids' park, but one nonetheless that I wanted to see. You don't say. Isn't that the place that Mick goes to every year and works at and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah, the Silence Village.
Then the Johnson women brought out plate after plate of mouth-watering dishes. Sweet potatoes, peas, corn, squash, a casserole of some kind, fruit salad, fresh rolls. 4 of them were foods I'd never even seen. But man, they look good. So yes, I had to go back to the list and decide which 4 I think Andy has never seen in person. I think it's casserole because he calls it a casserole of some kind. So clearly he's never seen that.
Yeah.
Squash.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
saying
guess.
Squash.
I assume he's seen peas and corn. Those are gimmies.
No fruit salad?
No fruit
I
salad.
don't think the fruit salad. I think he's seen bread, and then the last one would be sweet potato. So he must be like, "What's that?"
That's fair.
And of course, yeah, he sees like fruit salad. He's definitely going to be like, "Well, I've only heard of such a thing." Then, last but not least, a turkey. It's a big old turkey, and the dad says, "Terry, would you please carve the turkey?" My vision. It was coming true.
I don't know.
So she's carving. She's carving the turkey, and he's thinking about kissing her and out of the fire and all that, and making love. And the Reverend's going delicious as he's eating his food, right? And as he's saying that, Andy's drinking milk, and the Reverend goes, "Ooh-wee. I'll have to work off this meal. Maybe do some push-ups after." And then that Andy has a flash of mental lightning. I've never heard that before. A flash of mental lightning.
Mental lightning.
And he thinks about his dad doing nude push-ups, and he spits out his milk.
No, he thinks about her dad doing them.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yeah, he thinks about her dad doing nude push-ups. What the devil? What in the Sam Hill is going on here, young man? And he looks to Terry. She's just looking at her plate. He's thinking, and he goes, "Uh-oh, the truth." "Well, sir, I momentarily visualized you doing those push-ups naked. Seemed kind of funny." And he blames it on the drinking. "I'm never going to drink again." And then Mrs. Johnson, or no, the dad goes, he wants to talk about the nativity scene. He does not like it. And he heard that they had a Jewish woman play the Virgin Mary at some point. He goes, "I respect your opinion about the nativity. Do you agree with it?" "No, not really, sir." "What religion are you, Andy?" "I'm a recovering Catholic."
No 17-year-old says that.
I'm a recovering Catholic. And they talk about the Virgin Mary and how close she is to the Lord. The Reverend's kind of going, interesting. Mary was so then Andy / Mick does the Mary was probably a Jewish girl. And then he's like, "Oh, Andy, you are deeply offending me." I wrote, this is where I was like, "Were we really doing this? Like this kind of religious, like, did you know that?" Mr. Johnson.
Wait until you hear Mick read it.
Dude. Mr. Johnson, if Mary had been a good Christian girl, well, there wouldn't have been a whole lot of need for Jesus, would there have been? Mrs. Johnson screamed. Terry fought back tears. He goes, may I suggest, Mr. Brown, that you leave this house now. Collect your father and his new bride, attend your midnight mass at St. Catherine's, and pray for forgiveness.
What was... Those accents.
He's got his voice is described as a rich, deep baritone, and they're all Southern, aren't they? Is that not a rich, deep baritone?
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm there now. Sorry, that was me. I wasn't tuned in and ready.
Well, Terry says, Dad, she really is nice about Holly, I guess. Because he's like, yeah, well, actually, my father's not Catholic, and his fiance is Jewish. And then she's like, oh, she's nice, though. And then her father starts doing John 3:16 in a menacing, shaking baritone. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Which means it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a Jew to enter into the kingdom of God. Instead, he's trying not to laugh again in this guy's face. He goes, instead, I slowly put my hand in the air as if he were a teacher, and I had to go pee-pee. I was like, pee-pee? That bathroom? You went with pee-pee?
That's weird.
I have to go pee-pee.
That's weird, man.
It's just one P.
Oh, I put in the pee-pee to go pee. Damn it, I'm sorry. That's what he's done to my brain. He's made himself so infantile.
Typical behavior.
I'm sorry. I know. He didn't. Okay, I had to go pee. Fine. I still stand by pee, not bathroom.
He's fine. Pee-pee's weird.
Honestly, was it believable, Gus, that he would have wrote pee-pee? I think.
I would. It would have been in character.
Mr. Johnson, what is it? An apology? That's not how the verse goes. It most certainly is. And then he does, it's a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. See, he knows the Bible. Okay, folks. And then, he's going to, lurch at him. His lip is shaking. And then he goes, he wants him out of his house. And that his daughter deserves an athlete and someone better than you. So he steps outside. He hears a lot of yelling. And then it's Terry yelling his name. And she has his coat. He hugs her hard. He kisses her and kisses her again. And he's waiting for her tongue. That tongue never came. Stop, Andy. Just stop. She's crying. She pushes him away. He tries to say, sorry. It's my turn to talk. You said enough for one night, don't you think? She wants him to put his coat on. He's like, hey, you put it on. She's like, get it, Andy. I have 3 things in my life that I love. My God, my family, and you. You disrespected the first 2, and now I can't have the third. Don't you understand? You led me into it, Terry. Shut up, Andy. You came to my house drunk. I guess you didn't notice the boner. You humiliated my father. I can't see you anymore. I love you, Andy. I'll make it up to you. God will forgive you, Andy, but I won't. Goodbye. And then she walks away and goes back to her house and never looks back. And his world is turned upside down, and he felt his heart break in 2.
I don't understand.
Wow.
What was the beef?
He schooled her dad on religion and humiliated his ass. And she's like, that's disrespectful. And because of that, she has 3 things: Andy, God, and her father, or her family. And by quoting correctly the Bible to her father, he's insulting those two. So thus, she can't have the other one. I'm not. That's what it is.
So she's just a real clingy God type chick. All right.
Yeah, sounds like a real CT.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the type.
Now Annie's heart is broken, and it's going to kick off. What a way to start. That next week, holy shit, things are about to get worse for Andy. Trigger warning on that one. Why don't you put a trigger warning on that one?
Next week's, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a few chapters ahead. I know about the dad stuff.
To Gus's point, you know, we read some of these books and they're like, and he was raping that poor girl in the hotel room, and Larry Nelson's case, Hawk coming down and being like, I think I just committed statutory rape. I don't think he said it like that. He just said that's what I did. And Larry's like, oh, I think that's a crime. But you know, this is going to be the first time in a fictional sense somebody's trying to handle that. You know, Gus, it's all very flippant in wrestling books. If you're in listening to a wrestling thing about wrestling books, you have to have read your fair share of sexual assault stories. I mean, shit, Al Snow's book, what happened to him?
Multiple times, yeah.
The Andersons are going hog.
Guys are
Or
sticking their
Gene
finger
I don't
in
want
his
to
ass.
paint Ole with that brush. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to paint
Ole was on the lookout, so he wasn't exactly he's saying it.
Ole's going, all right. 5 minutes. That's too long. Yeah, and then in the locker room too, no less. And it's all he's just kind of played for laughs. So Mick is actually going to attempt to play assault for drama, for effect, for feelings. He's gonna. I think look. Was my mouth hanging open as I was reading this? Yeah. Or it's just like Andy, dumbfounded. I was like, I cannot believe this is going here. Picturing Dave reading this book. Do you think Dave read that far ahead?
You got the gist of it.
Yeah, sorry.
Tell me about that scene.
I was trying to
The scene with
see where I left off. So it was that chapter. Okay, I didn't get to Christmas 1985. Past that.
Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. Well, any other remarks? Man, whew. I think we could actually, if we really dug in, I think we could finish
You
it.
keep saying that.
I think we could. You know what? This is what is this? How many episodes have we done? This is one of our shorter ones.
It is.
And then I don't even know how we're going to do the cookbook. I keep trying to figure out how I want to do the cookbook, if we can do a cookbook.
Why don't we do like 3 dishes a week? Everyone does a dish.
That's a lot. That's a lot of food. 3 dishes?
No,
Some of them are like cookies.
No. I'm saying I would make something.
Oh, we all pick one.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought we were all making 3 and then talking about it. I thought, how did it taste? And I've already read some of the reviews. Some were like, one of the instructions is do what the cookie box says.
Oh,
Which is
Jesus.
like, okay. I mean,
My God.
follow the
Cookie box.
instructions on back. Got it. Thank you, Jim. And then somebody was like, another one was like, it's your, it's a cookbook where it's like, get this can of this, get this prepackaged this, but nothing from scratch. So we'll see. Or should we just do JR's first book? I don't know. I like the cookbook thing idea.
Depends on how bad his health goes.
I
Just
mean,
do his first
that's-
book.
that's-
Or should we do Carrying Cross? Is that out yet? Carrying Cross book?
Don't get caught. Don't give him attention. You're
Don't
part of the
give him-
problem.
I heard he's getting over. I read that a couple times.
You got a huge pop on main event, I heard.
Yes, against Tyler Bate.
A
Yes.
journalist told me that.
It's what a reaction. Many aggregators Sean Ross Sapp spent a day complaining about aggregators, and then the company he works for was like, "Oh, this one's getting a lot of play. Let's retweet the same video and say the same thing." Book, Karen Cross book, "Life is Fighting" by Kevin Kessar. Kevin Robert Kessar. Kessar. When does it come out? I can't find it.
CAC. That's his initials. CAC.
August 5th. Oh, August 5th. Boo. Okay.
Oh,
That'll be my birthday pick.
I'd rather
be
watch.
irrelevant by
I'm trying to think
by me.
of a carrying cross barometer. Who is above and below it? And I'm putting Tommy Dreamer above him.
I would take Tommy Dreamer over Karrion Kross 10 times.
Charlie Haas, way over.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, that's a sure. And I'd never even really seen him wrestle much, but that's a sure. All I've seen, the only Karrion Kross video or match I've ever seen is the one that he wrestled at the Ric Flair show. I've never seen him wrestle otherwise. Well, wait, didn't he do that street fight thing at a Mania? Was I in the room though? Did I actually watch that? I don't think so. I don't know
what that match is.
I don't remember any details of it, but that could be said about anything. I don't really remember anything about it.
WrestleMania.
I think they did, or did he just jump in? Gus?
Oh, this past one when he jumped in
on 40. No, on 40.
Oh.
I think they had a Philadelphia street fight. He was involved in the quote-unquote Philadelphia street fight.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember. I know he's had like 5 matches this year.
Right.
Of course, I haven't seen any of his matches this year. Nor did I see him in NXT. Wasn't he the champion when it was sinking to Dynamite? Or is that somebody else? Was he not the champion at that time?
I just isn't that little scene of him and Adam Cole like oft memed or oft retweeted when they're cutting promos on each other? I think Cole really buries him.
Does he? Oh, that's funny. Yes, I think the feud there was that Adam Cole's an internet darling and Karrion Kross is the real deal. Yeah, Adam Cole. Yeah, you're right. Adam Cole was actually on NXT when it was sinking to Dynamite. Huh.
Yeah.
You got to grab that guy if you can. So, yeah, that's it. Anything else? I'm good. I mean, I could. Anybody else want to talk about anything? Paul Levesque booking. I'm game. I'm open.
I was gonna say something mean.
Do it.
No, because it has to do with Alyssa.
A listener. Oh, Lord.
What?
God.
Oh, God.
Lord Almighty. And it's not Colin. To be clear, it can't be Colin. Because Colin's probably thinking, I'm the only listener. He's not. Larry's shaking his head.
No, we're good, I guess.
Okay. Exciting stuff. Okay, I can't wait to hit end recording now. Bye.
It's Wilson again. That was fun. I bet it was the best episode ever. You know what you can do to help the workers out? Rate, review, all that good stuff on whatever app you're listening to. Tell us how much you love us. If you want to contact us, it's theworkersclubshow@gmail.com. We got a YouTube, The Workers Club Podcast, a Blue Sky, theworkersclub.org, and we have a Discord where the invite link is left in various places. I'm sure you can find it. That's it. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Bye.
Smile and love each other.